Guys, another month is already upon us. So in this video, we're going to talk about my 10 most anticipated 4K and Blu-ray titles that are coming out in the month of May 2024. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about my 10 most anticipated 4K and Blu-ray titles that are coming out in the month of May. And May is actually a very stacked month. Like, I feel like in the past few months, February, March, and April, we've been experiencing a little bit of a physical media drought, but things are kicking up a notch in the month of May, and I certainly love to see it. But look, before we get into it, guys, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We talk about physical media on this channel, Blu-rays, 4Ks, only the movies that you love, all that stuff there behind me every single day. It is very likely that I'll do reviews, unboxings, showcase videos of all the 10 most anticipated titles that I'm going to be talking about today. So definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and leave me a comment down below, guys. I am going to list my 10 most anticipated titles coming out in the month of May. Let me know it's your 10 or your 5 or your 3 or maybe your 1 most anticipated title coming out this month is in the comments section below, and also be sure to hit that like button. And also, guys, before I get into it, I do want to say that I will be doing my 10 most anticipated, but I will also have a few honorable mentions as well, the stuff that I may get this month or I may not, and then I'll include some other notable titles as well. It's very possible that I am not going to talk about something that you are really looking forward to because I cannot cover everything. That's what the weekly physical media report rundowns are for, so definitely check those out every single Monday. I'm just going to be covering what I consider to be the highlights of the month of May and my 10 most anticipated specifically, then some honorable mentions, then some other notable titles. So just know that I may not talk about something that you love and you want me to talk about, but like I said, comment down below what that title is and also let me know why I should be paying attention to that specific title. But guys, look, without further ado, let's get into my number 1 most anticipated 4K or Blu-ray title that's coming out in May, and that is The Crow, coming out on 4K from Paramount. On May the 7th, this is going to come out on 4K for $24.49 with just the standard 4K slipcover. We also got a 4K steelbook that is on Amazon. I don't believe that's exclusive to Amazon. I think you can get that on other websites as well, like Diabolic or Orbit DVD. I will say, though, that I think it is currently sold out as of right now. These steelbooks sold very fast. Whether or not we're going to get that back in stock, I'm not too sure. Now, because it's Paramount, I know they're pretty good about getting their steelbooks back in stock, and I know that the one on Amazon was out of stock at one point, and then it came back into stock on Amazon. Then it went back out of stock again. So keep your eye on it. I'll try to keep you guys updated as we go if it comes back in stock. I will be linking it down below in the description just in case. So hit that link. Maybe it's back in stock by the time I put this video up. And also, check out all the links I put down below. Everything that I talk about in this video today, I will be leaving links for down below in the description. I would certainly like for you to use those links. They're Amazon affiliate links. If you use them, you will be supporting the channel, and I would definitely appreciate that. But in addition to that 4K steelbook that's available in multiple spots, we also do have a 4K Walmart steelbook that's also available exclusively at Walmart for $29.23. Now, this one is also currently out of stock. So whether or not this is going to come back in stock, I don't know. Walmart has weird stuff with their stock sometimes on Walmart.com. Sometimes it'll say it's out of stock right before it comes out, and then on release date or a couple of days after, it'll come back in stock. You may go to your local Walmart, actually see it in the location in your steelbook section. So just go check your Walmarts, guys. Check online. This stuff may come back in stock. Physical media is weird sometimes. And ever since Best Buy got out of the game, it's even weirder. So I'll just say that the way that they put stuff in stock, take it out of stock, put it back in, fluctuate the prices. Just keep checking. You got to keep checking every day. Don't go on eBay. Do not go on eBay. I repeat, do not go on eBay and pay $200 for the Crow Steelbook. I'm telling you all right now, I'm about 95% sure it'll come back in stock at some point. So The Crow, guys, I am looking forward to this. I have not seen The Crow in probably 20 years. I have watched it a lot when I was a kid. It was a weird movie for me to watch when I was a kid, but I remember watching it when I was like 9 or 10. My sister was a big fan of the movie. We had it on VHS. So it'll be interesting for me to go back and rewatch this film. I know a lot of people love this film, but I'll be interested to see how this holds up 30 years later, basically. But I probably haven't seen it since probably, I'd say, the late 90s is the last time that I checked out The Crow. So I do have it on Blu-ray. I just never got a chance to watch it. So I'm excited to watch it in 4K, guys. I've heard some rumblings that this is a pretty great 4K transfer, but I will be checking it out myself and doing a full 4K review of The Crow when I have it in my possession. So yeah, guys, we got a 4K $24.49. We got a 4K Steelbook that's on Amazon and other spots as well for $30.99. And we got a 4K Walmart Steelbook for $29.23 as well. Now let's get into my second most anticipated coming out in the month of May, guys. And this is probably, if I was ranking these, which I'm not, this would be number one. I am so looking forward to watching this movie in 4K, and that is Once Upon a Time in the West. Is coming out on 4K from Paramount Presents on May the 14th for a price point of $37.99. Now, that's a little bit of a steep price point. I'd like to see that come down at least $3 before it comes out, because the standard price point for Paramount Presents 4Ks has usually been about $35. So I don't like to see them kind of jacking that price up a little bit. So hopefully that comes down just a little bit before release date. But Once Upon a Time in the West, guys, I'll say this right now, $38 for Once Upon a Time in the West on 4K. I'm telling you right now, that's honestly going to be a steal, because this is going to be one of the best movies that you have ever seen in your entire life. And I'm pretty sure this has got some new special features involved as well. And I do really like the packaging on the Paramount Presents. Got a nice fold out of the original poster, and this has a great original poster. But this is a movie, guys, with Henry Fonda. You got Charles Bronson in this film. Just a great cast in this movie. And I loved it. The first time I watched it was a couple of weeks ago. I really got into Westerns for an entire month. I did a Western month on the channel. And this is one of the movies that everybody was telling me I had to watch. I watched it. What a masterpiece. This is a perfect 5 out of 5 movie. If you don't like Westerns, this is the one to jump in on. And if you don't like this one, you'll never like Westerns. You will never like Western films. This is the best Western, I would say at least top 3 for me, Westerns of all time. Absolutely love this movie, and it's going to look phenomenal in 4K, because all Westerns just look great in 4K, and I am confident that Paramount is going to give this one the treatment that it deserves. So very happy to get Once Upon a Time in the West on 4K. That comes out on May the 14th. We also got coming in at number 3, guys, my third most anticipated, is a movie that came out in the theaters back in March, and I really tried to go see it. I just never had the opportunity, never had the 3 hours to spare to go to the theaters to check it out. And that is Dune Part 2. This is coming out from Warner Brothers on May the 14th. We've got a 4K for $29.95. Lots of options here, guys. Bear with me. A Blu-ray for $24.95. A 4K Steelbook for $44.97. That is currently out of stock as well. Now, this is available on Amazon, Walmart, I believe maybe Target as well. I know it's on Groove, and it's probably on Diabolic and Orbit and some of those other sites as well. So I will echo what I said with the Crow Steelbook. Do not go on eBay and pay $200 for the Dune Part 2 4K Steelbook, because we have seen in the past and currently that Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Universal are willing to put these Steelbooks back in stock, and Sony as well, I'm pretty sure. So I would say that this is out of stock right now, but maybe it'll be in stock in just a couple of months, or maybe a month, or maybe just a couple of weeks. But do not pay a large amount of money to get this Steelbook. I'm telling you, this will be back in stock at some point. I can almost guarantee it. Just given the track record and all these companies and studios that are putting these Steelbooks back in stock. I've seen the Oppenheimer Steelbook come back in stock. I've seen the Spider-Man No Way Home Steelbook come out back in stock. Everybody was freaking out about that one. The Mario Steelbook came back in stock. Like, these Steelbooks that sold out like immediately have all come back in stock. So based on that, I am assuming and predicting that the Dune Part 2 Steelbook will come back in stock. So just wait, just check the link every day, check Amazon, check Walmart, and you will get your Dune Part 2 Steelbook at some point at a fair price, not freaking $200 or $300 on eBay. Don't give in to the scalpers. Do not give in to the scalpers. But we also got a 4K double pack for $54.99, and we have a Blu-ray double pack for $34.96. Not sure why the 4K double pack is so much, because you can get Dune Part 2 just the standalone 4K for $30. And you can also get, I'm pretty sure you can get Dune on 4K for like $15. So I don't know why they're charging even more to get them both like packaged together. That's kind of weird to me. But the Blu-ray is $34.96. So really looking forward to watching this one because I did not like Dune, or it's not that I didn't like it. I just thought it was a little bit overhyped when I first saw it back in 2021. But I watched it on HBO Max and I was kind of tired when I watched it, so I don't think I was in the mood for it. I rewatched it about a month ago because me and my wife were going to go see Dune Part 2. We were getting ready to go see it. We just didn't get a chance to get out to see it. And I really liked it a lot more. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the continuation of that story because I have heard some great things. So Dune Part 2, that's my third most anticipated. We also got coming in at my fourth most anticipated is Killer Klowns from Outer Space, coming out on 4K from Screen Factory on May the 14th. The 4K, the standalone 4K is $32.99, and the 4K Steelbook is $32.96. The 4K Steelbook's actually 3 cents cheaper than the regular 4K. I have no idea why that's the case, but the 4K Steelbook is actually available on Amazon and on the Screen Factory website, but it is cheaper if you want to get it off Amazon. This was another Steelbook that was on the Screen Factory website. It sold out quick and then everybody freaked out. Then it went up for pre-order on Amazon and I'm pretty sure it's been in stock ever since. So see guys, do not freak out about these Steelbooks. These companies know that the collectors want Steelbooks and they're going to put them back in stock at some point, guys. If they're in demand, they're going to put it back in stock to try to make that money. So the Killer Klowns 4K Steelbook is in stock currently. Like I said, those links are down below. But I'm really looking forward to watching this one. I actually did not grow up watching Killer Klowns. I watched it for the first time about 3 or 4 years ago. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was a ton of fun. I don't think it's a masterpiece horror film. It's very goofy, very schlocky, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was a ton of fun, but this movie is going to look incredible in 4K. And I know Scream Factor, they're going to do a great job. They've done a great job on their 4Ks thus far. So I know that they're going to kill it with this 4K. It's going to look absolutely outstanding. And I cannot wait to see it. When they get in that freaking Killer Clown ship and they got all the colors and the candy, the cotton candy, all the people wrapped up in cotton candy, and just all the colors of the ship, it's going to look amazing with that HDR and that Dolby Vision, and I cannot wait to witness Killer Klowns from Outer Space on 4K. I pre-ordered the Steelbook, so I should be getting this one in a little bit early, so hopefully get a review out for you guys as early as I possibly can. But Killer Klowns from Outer Space, guys, are you looking forward to that? Let me know in the comment section below. We also got coming in at number 5 is a Clint Eastwood directed film, American Sniper, that is coming out on 4K from Warner Brothers on May the 14th. We're going to be getting a 4K, just a standard edition 4K with a slipcover for $23.79, and we're also going to be getting a 4K Steelbook for $29.04 as well. So yeah, I have actually never seen this movie. This has been a long-running movie between me and my wife, like talking about watching it, because we used to talk about watching this movie all the time. We'd be like, do you want to watch American Sniper tonight? Because we'd see it on Netflix or something. And I'm like, yeah, we should watch that. And then we watch something else. And this went on for like 5 years. And I really want to see this film. And now it's the perfect opportunity for me to watch this movie for the first time. So, and in 4K, I'm sure it's going to look great. And I can't remember if this has Dolby Atmos or not, but I can imagine if it does, hearing those bullets fly by with the Dolby Atmos will sound fantastic. And it's a Clint Eastwood directed film, and he's got, I don't feel like he's had very many good movies recently, but I feel like he's got a good track record as a director. So I am looking forward to checking out American Sniper in 4K. Coming in at number 6, guys, is Narc. That is coming out on 4K from Arrow Video. On May the 21st, we're going to have a 4K regular box set 4K release. I'm assuming this is a limited edition release. It looks like it in the pictures. This is going to be $49.95, and there's also going to be a Blu-ray for $39.95 as well. Little steep. Now, these are the Amazon prices. It's full SRP. I'm assuming this is going to come down when it gets closer to release date, probably to $35 to $40 for that standard 4K edition. But Narc is a movie that when it was announced by Arrow Video, I honestly hadn't heard of this movie, or if I did, I didn't really think too much of it. I never checked it out. And a lot of people said this is a great movie and this is absolutely deserving of a 4K. So I am looking forward to checking out Narc on 4K. That comes out from Arrow Video, like I said, May the 21st. And my 7th most anticipated coming out in the month of May, guys, is Crimson Peak on 4K. This is a Guillermo del Toro film coming out from Arrow Video on May the 21st for a price point of $59.95. That is the price point currently on Amazon, but I'm telling you guys, it's going to drop before this comes out. There's no way they're going to release that for $59.95. And these prices, guys, I'm giving you the Amazon Amazon prices. They're probably lower if you get on the actual Arrow Video website. But I watched this movie when Arrow Video put it out, the Blu-ray version, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. It's a gothic horror film, but it's kind of romantic as well. And it's just a beautiful story kind of wrapped up in this kind of ghostly atmosphere and castle setting. It's kind of a throwback to the older gothic horror films. So I really enjoyed Crimson Peak, and it's a beautiful film, and it's going to look absolutely gorgeous in 4K. So really looking forward to checking that one out. I'm sure I'll get a review out for that one as well. But coming at number 8, guys, I got my fingers right. Coming in at number 8 is Crybaby. John Waters' Crybaby is coming out on 4K from Kino Lorber on May the 28th. You're going to have a regular standard 4K for $31.85. There's also going to be a Blu-ray version for $26.13 as well. This is a movie that I watched all the time as a kid. I can't exactly explain why, but I loved it, and I always wanted to watch it. I watched it more than Grease, but I did watch Grease quite a bit when I was a kid as well. But Crybaby for me was just that little bit extra. I just liked the tone of it. I liked the characters. I just liked living in that world. And this is honestly, like, I'm not a huge, massive Johnny Depp fan. This is probably my favorite Johnny Depp film. I've just always loved this movie. I recently bought the Blu-ray off of a Groove sale, and then they announced the 4K. So that's the Blu-ray 4K curse for you guys. They announced the 4K right after that, but I'm good with it because they announced like 8 new interviews and special features with this 4K release. So this thing is stacked with all kinds of special features, which if you know Kino Lorber, they don't usually do that kind of stuff. So I think that's really awesome. They're doing all of these new interviews with this 4K, and I am so excited to watch the movie on 4K, but also dig into all of those special features. So Crybaby is coming in at my number 8. Now coming in at number 9, my 9th most anticipated. I actually get to talk about some Vinegar Syndrome titles because I know what I'm going to get because I already pre-ordered them. They already announced the May stuff back in March, but Navy SEALs on 4K, guys, coming out from Vinegar Syndrome, a big box set VSU edition on May the 28th for $44.95. Now, these may get pushed to June for me. I may not get this until June, but the official release date is May the 28th, so I am including them in my most anticipated for the month of May. But yeah, Navy SEALs got Charlie Sheen in it. I'm sure this one's going to be a lot of fun, and I haven't seen it, but I just love collecting this line, guys. I'll be honest, like this is I'm absolutely looking forward to this just for that packaging and adding it to my VSU collection. It's got some amazing artwork. It's got some booklets inside as well. And I am looking forward to watching the movie, and I'm sure it's going to look great in 4K. It kind of looks like a Top Gun ripoff, if I'm being honest, but I love the movie Top Gun. So I'm looking forward to watching this one in 4K. Navy SEALs, guys, coming out on May the 28th. We also got coming in at number 10. My 10th most anticipated is another Vinegar Syndrome title that I get to talk about because, like I said, I know that it's coming out. Usually with Vinegar Syndrome, you don't know what they're going to release until the first of the month. And because I film these before the first of the month, I never know what they're releasing to be able to include them on my list. But Dangerous Games is coming out on Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome as a part of the cinematography line I got there for $34.99. And this looks like a really cool movie. It's got Harvey Keitel and Madonna in it. It's some kind of a thriller from the 90s. And I think it's from the same director that did Bad Lieutenant, which also has Harvey Keitel in it, which we'll also talk about a little bit later in this video. But really looking forward to getting this one. This one is a part of the cinematography line. I love collecting for that new line. It's a Blu-ray release, and yeah, guys, Dangerous Games. That is my 10th most anticipated. So that is all the main stuff that I'm looking forward to. Let me run through some of my honorable mentions. So some of these I may get, some of these I might not get, but they are ones that I'm interested in. And even if I don't get them this month, I do plan to get them at some point in the future. So I want to talk about the Fletch films. These are coming out from Kino Lorber on May the 7th for $18.59 a piece. These were supposed to come out in April. They were part of my most anticipated in April, but since they got pushed, I was kind of like, I don't know if I need these like immediately, so I might not get these immediately. I might get them immediately, but the Fletch movies from Kino Lorber coming out on May the 7th, I will get those at some point. We also got Night Falls on Manhattan coming out from Arrow Video on May the 7th for $25.99. Now, I actually do have this in my possession. from Arrow Video. I've already showed it off, already did an unboxing, but I am looking forward to watching it. Just not as much as the ones in my 10 most anticipated, so that is in my honorable mentions. We also got one from The Heart, which is a Francis Ford Coppola film that's coming out on 4K from Lionsgate on May the 7th for $34.49. So I haven't seen this movie before. I've got it on DVD. I don't know if I'll get it this month, but I will probably get it at some point. And from what I'm seeing of all the images, like, it's a very colorful movie, so I'm sure it's going to look great in 4K. Peeping Tom is coming out on 4K, guys, from Criterion on May the 14th for $37.99. I really want this. Probably not enough to get it before the sale month, though, because I can wait a couple of months, probably like 6 weeks, because it comes out on May the 14th. Wait for that Criterion sale, get it for $25. So that's probably what I'm going to do. But I do really want this release, and I really want to watch this movie. We also got Death Dream on 4K, guys. It's coming out from Blue Underground on May the 21st for $31.86. Always looking forward to getting the next Blue Underground 4K because they do great work. And this looks like a really cool movie. It's some kind of like zombie film, so looking forward to Death Dream. It had an interesting premise attached to it. We also got The Island of Dr. Monroe coming out on Blu-ray from Screen Factory for $27.99. I know this is not a good movie. I know it's not a good movie, but I do want it in the collection. I just don't know if I want it bad enough to buy it the day it comes out, or I'll wait till maybe the price drops just a little bit. Bad Lieutenant on 4K from Kino Lorber coming out on May the 28th for $31.85. So I really do want to check this movie out. I've heard about a particular scene involving Harvey Keitel where he kind of shows it all. I don't know if I necessarily need to see that in 4K, but I have heard good things about this movie and I do want to pick it up. But again, it's a Kino Lorber title. I can get this one for a little bit cheaper in a future sale. Don't need it right away. And we also have Death Machine coming out on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber on May the 28th for $29.95. Again, another Kino Lorber title. Looks like some kind of a sci-fi horror film. It's got Brad Dourif in it, so really great artwork on it as well. I think it's got some good special features, so I am looking forward to getting this one, but I don't need it before the Kino Lorber sale. And then some other notable titles coming out. Some I may get, but some I'm just not too interested in. High Noon should honestly be in honorable mentions because I do want this. I don't know why I put it in other titles, but High Noon on 4K is coming out from Kino Lorber May the 7th, $25.99. Also a Blu-ray release for $18.59. But again, this lumps in with the other Kino Lorbers that I don't need immediately. I can wait for the sale, but I do really want to watch that movie at some point. Orphan and Dracula 2000 are coming out on Blu-ray from Screen Factory on May the 14th. Orphan is going to be $34.99 and Dracula 2000 is going to be $27.99. So I remember seeing Dracula 2000. It was not a good movie, and Orphan I've got already on Blu-ray, and I don't really see a reason to get this particular Blu-ray right here from Screen Factory other than the slipcover, which is cool, but I just don't need it. Imaginaries coming out on Blu-ray from Lionsgate on May the 14th for $27.99. This one I'll watch on streaming at some point. I don't need to watch. I don't need to buy it because I haven't heard the best things about the movie. You also got 12 Strong and Magic Mike getting 4K releases from Universal on May the 14th for $24.98. I may get these at some point because I don't have them in the collection, but they're not going to be day one pickups. I'll get these when they're like $10 later on down the line. We also got The Gate and Lair of the White Worm getting Blu-ray Steelbooks from Lionsgate on May the 14th for $19.99. I don't need to get involved in this whole steelbook race with Vestron. I've got these movies already in the collection, Vestron videos, so I do want The Gate kind of, so maybe there'll be impulse buys in the future, but again, I don't need these ones right away. We also got American Hustle getting a 4K steelbook. No slip cover with this one. This just goes back to my point that I made with the Taxi Driver video, guys. We have to get the steelbook for American Hustle if you want it on 4K. Coming out from Sony on May the 21st for $37.69. This is a movie that I like. I've got it on Blu-ray, and I'm sure it will look beautiful in 4K. It's just not one that I need to upgrade right away. Not one that I'm willing to pay $40 to upgrade to get a steelbook. Like, I could get a slipcover of this one for $25 and maybe get it, but since they want to make me buy a steelbook for almost $40, I'm not going to play that game. So I don't need American Hustle on 4K. I've got the Blu-ray. It looks fine. We also got Anatomy of a Fall coming out, the Blu-ray from the Criterion Collection on May the 28th for $27.99. This is one that I'll get at some point later on down the line in a sale. I'm not going to get it immediately. I can watch this movie, I'm pretty sure, on Hulu right now if I do want to check it out. But there you have it, guys. That is my 10 most anticipated, my honorable mentions, some other notable titles as well. Like I said, let me know what you're looking forward to in that comment section below. Like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, follow me on all of my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, as is all of the links for the stuff that I talked about in today's video, the Blu-rays and the 4Ks. If you want to pre-order those, use those links down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.